Hello everyone and welcome to a most interesting game, also a very funny game and a very short game that was played today in the European Online Blitz Championship in the quarterfinals between Alexei, Shirov and Georg Meier. Now, I'm not gonna dwell too long as we're probably gonna show a few more games from this championship, so let's just dive straight into it. As like I said, it's a very short game and very fitting for a Sunday. So Shirov with the white pieces opens with e4. Or does he? No, he does. No, he doesn't. The interface doesn't want to play e4. I'm just gonna have to refresh that. Just give me a second. There we go. Yep. Okay. Now e4 is on the board, and sorry about that. And Meier goes for e6. So the French defense is on the board. We have d4, d5, and now e5. Shirov goes for the advanced variation of the French. c5 immediately striking in the center, and c3. So this is all perfectly normal. Knight to c6 and knight to f3. Both players just continue developing pieces. Bishop to d7 and now bishop to e2. And here rook to c8. Black is in no hurry to castle. And white does castle. We have a6, and here comes knight to a3. You have to figure out how to develop this knight. Do you want to go knight b to d2 and then figure where to go from there? Or knight to a3, how Shirov does it, then he's going to shift the knight to c2, and the knight will help out with the control of the center, or maybe it can be shifted over, let's say, to e3 later on, if needed. So here, black trades in the center, c captures, and now there are 10 games in the database from, top tier tournaments that reach this position where bishop captures on a3 was played. But here we have knight g to e7, immediately going for the f5 square with the knight, and then you're going to put additional pressure to the d4 pawn, and it's already as of move 9 that we have a completely new game. So this is what was played, and knight to c2. Shirov just continues his plan. We have knight to f5. Now there's constant pressure on this square, and it's very often when you play against the French that you will see this move that Shirov plays, and that's g4, simply taking away the f5 square from black's knight, and the black knight has to retreat. Now there are a few options. You could go to h6, you could go to e7, or h4. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with h4. If white trades, you just bring your queen into the game. And also it does seem like a principled move. You want to always bring your pieces as deep into your opponent's position as possible. However, here we have knight f back to e7 because black has a different plan. Here, knight to g5 by Shirov. And now this is a very annoying piece. For the moment, there's nothing the knight can actually do there, but it's just very annoying, especially in the Blitz game. So black decides to kick it away with h6, and now not knight captures on f7, as I know you guys are expecting that from Shirov, but Shirov actually goes back knight to h3, and now h5. h5 with the idea of reclaiming the f5 square for the knight. So here Shirov allows it. He goes g captures on h5, and now knight to f5. So now black got his knight back to the excellent f5 square, and he messed up white's pawn structure. So maybe next he can go something like rook to g8, play g6, open up the g file, and start an attack against white's king. Here white played bishop to g4, now with the idea of messing up black's pawn structure with bishop captures on f5. And here what you want to play is something like bishop to e7, or maybe knight to h6, kicking the bishop back. Maybe we can even see a threefold repetition here, maybe after something like this. However, in the actual game, after bishop to g4, Meier immediately brought his queen into the game, and might I say a bit too early with this queen to h4 move. Now, feel free to pause the video and win this game for Shirov while I give you a couple of seconds. So for those of you who were able to do it, and I imagine that's most of you, congratulations on spotting bishop to g5, as this just wins the game on the spot for white, and as you can see, the bishop pair from hell is once again fully operational. The queen is trapped, and it was in this position that Georg Meier resigned the game, as there is nothing more to be done here. There are no tricks, there are no tries here. anything you play will result in bishop captures and h4 on the next move. So it's very interesting. I know you guys are wondering, how can this happen to a strong grandmaster like Georg Meier? Well, that's the beauty of chess. Anything can happen to anyone, and don't feel too bad if, you know, something like this happens in your own games, because it does happen to everyone, and it's something I often like to remind everyone of. You know, no one plays perfect moves all the time. Everyone can make a mistake. That's the game. Like I said, it's a nice short Sunday game, so I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Meier definitely hasn't, and Shirov won the match, so he will be going into the semifinals, but we're gonna show a few more games, so we're gonna discuss about what happens in the rest of the championship. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I would like to thank Dave Neve, Jonathan Shoshua, Jack Chapstick Dale, who had his birthday, so happy belated birthday to Jack. Hope you had a good one, even though it was probably, you know, at home regarding the situation and everything, but still hope you had a good one. If nothing else, there's always chess, you know. The Delaney Hishan and Michael Winery for a contribution to my channel. Thank you a lot. I really appreciate it. As usual, you can check two of my previous videos here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon. Continuing the coverage of the Morphy saga, checking up on your wonderful suggestions and whatever else happens in the chess world. So thank you all, and you know, have an excellent rest of your day, and don't bring your queen out too early, unless, you know, it's okay.